Okay, JP Morgan, discounted cash flow. So we have the $7.15 for the 2016. We actually took it down because this came out to be really high. So we took down the growth rate from 2016 to 8%. So we went 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. We didn't run this, but once you get the growth rates, you can grow out the earnings per shares through to the end of the holding period. We were going to use CAPM as the discount rate, so we calculated the discount factors. So that's all we need now is the terminal value. The team wanted to use I think in this case we used 11 minus 1, but we wanted to take down the terminal value because it was just way too high. We were getting in the upper 90s. So we did 12%, so basically 300 basis points premium on top of the going in discount rate of CAPM at 9, 10, 11, 12, yeah, 300 basis points. They wanted to use the Gordon growth, so we took out a 1% growth rate because it's a $2 trillion firm. We don't think it could grow very fast in the future, but the earnings per share would grow into perpetuity. So that comes out to be 11. What we did also is we grew out the last year in the holding period's earnings per share of $9.20. In the prior example, we did 4%, but in the new one, we're going to do 1. And actually, Spencer reran the calculation with this. So you really need to set this up in a spreadsheet so that you can play with it, because when you get $93, which is almost like 40% higher than the current stock price, you know there's something wrong. Either your 2015, 16 earnings per share estimates are too high, or you're using too low of a discount rate. I don't think we're using too low of a discount rate, both for the terminal value and for the discounted cash flows. So it's got to be coming from the initial estimates of 2015-16 earnings per share, and then the growth rate in the earnings per share over the forecast period. So we grew out the $9.20. We got the 2021 earnings per share, divided it by 0.11 to get a terminal value. Once you get the terminal value, you add the terminal value to the last year's cash flow to get the total cash flow that you're going to receive in 2020, and then you start to discount the the last year in the holding period cash flow, which is the earnings per share plus the terminal value. You're going to discount that back at the discount factor in year 5 to get the discounted cash flows in year 5, and you're going to do the same for 4, the same for 3, the same for 2, and the same for 1. Once you get the discounted cash flows, you sum them up, and that sum of the earnings per share over the discounted earnings per share over the holding period is going to give you the intrinsic value of the stock using the discounted cash flow. Now again, like I said, it was in the upper 90s. Spencer went back, we adjusted the discount rate up for the terminal value, that brought it down. We took down the growth rates in the period, the holding period, and we took down the growth rates initially for 15 and 16, and that brought the value into an $88 range, or 85, 83, maybe in there. Now we're starting to talk about a 12% premium over the current stock price. Boom, we're in, basically ready to go. So in all cases, the intrinsic value was greater than the current stock price, therefore we made a buy recommendation. In the trades, buy the stock on margin, buy call options, write put options. Buy ETFs on margin, buy call options, and write put options. Lastly, to get the intrinsic values, we took the values, we plopped them in, and then we did the scenarios, the weighting scenarios, 5%, 5%, 40, 50, we got $83, 10, 10, 30, 50, 84, 25, 25, 25, 25, we got 83.5. In all cases, we got intrinsic values greater than the current stock price. In this case, it was $84. $84 is a 25% premium over the current stock price. Boom, we're in the range, you're good to go. Play with these numbers. You know what to do. Don't use my numbers, use your numbers. See what you come up with, calibrate. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, we did trend out the stock price using technical analysis and the stock price charts. And we came up based on the slopes of the price over the last 2 to 5 years. We projected it out and we got a target price using technical analysis of $75. Well, the $75 over the $67, it's a 12% premium. Boom, we're within the range of reasonability. Good luck, everybody, and I'll talk to you later.